Hey, what's up everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so the score is 53-48 at the half. The Lakers are up by 5 at Ball Arena in Denver, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. And we had a 11-point lead at one point in this game. I thought the adjustments that we made to start the game were pretty good. We went back to Vanderbilt to start. Near the second quarter, around the 8-minute mark, maybe a little further in, maybe 9-10-minute mark, I don't know. But we went on a 7-minute scoring drought. The good thing was that Denver wasn't scoring much either during that process. But the strangest thing about that was that Rui Hachimura was on the floor. And at that point, Rui Hachimura was 6 for 6. He was on the floor for the entire scoring drought, and they didn't get him the ball. Just like we had issues getting Anthony Davis the ball in the second half of games earlier in the season. Just like Jason Tatum couldn't seem to get the ball in the fourth quarter of the game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final. Yeah, that's what we had going with Rui Hachimura for 7 minutes of play after he went 6 for damn 6. So he's still perfect shooting the ball right now. I think he's like 8 for 8 at this point, or 7 for 7 after that nice lob that he had from Bron. Speaking of Bron had a pretty solid first half overall, but missed 2 layups in a row. So yeah, that's going to be something that you see all over blooper reels forever, because this is the Western Conference Finals. So yeah, I think the pace has been good for us, slowing it down completely, grinding it down to a halt. I love how we're playing Jokic, the defensive adjustments that we've made, flashing at him, sending double teams, flashing to different things. It's just a lot of fantastic adjustments. I love how we started the game as well. I just really think that Darvin Ham has shined here with the adjustments that he's decided to make from 1 to 2. And I really like what I saw out of him and his guys in the first half. Yeah, Rui Hachimura, my God, 17 points to half. I think he has 17. Austin Reeves has a good plus-minus, but his inefficiency is a little frustrating for me. But overall, he's just kind of running in. You know, they're doing a good job on him. He's in his little spots he likes to dribble into, get into the paint, and they're crowding him out. So they've been studying Austin Reeves and how he attacks. Also, we're asking him to do some other things as well because of the adjustments that we've made. So he looks a little off balance, but I think he's going to be all right as we get used to what we're doing. Anthony Davis doing a fantastic job on Jokic. Just doing a pretty good job overall. He's not scoring, though. The inefficiency is a problem, 1 for 5. But I think we got some offensive things going on where we're trying to force him the ball during that scoring drought, and it just wasn't happening. The defensive adjustments that they've made on Anthony Davis seem to be working during that scoring drought. And you couple that with some inefficiency with Bron, and it just kind of became a situation where we couldn't buy a bucket. Dennis Schroeder was trying to shoot shots. There was nothing going on. So D'Lo did some pretty good things on both sides of the floor in the first half. I really like what I saw from D'Lo. Just methodically picking them apart, trying to take on opportunities to draw fouls. I thought we did a good job of drawing fouls in that first half as well. Got Porter in foul trouble. I think Jokic probably has 2 as well. KCP, I think, has 2. I'm not sure about Jokic's fouls, but KCP and Porter for sure has 2 fouls, and I think someone else has 2 fouls as well. Jamal Murray is playing very well to start this game as he's continuing to have a fantastic series. So we're going to have to find a way to slow him down. And overall, I just think the adjustments that we've made from game 1 to game 2 have looked really good. They looked really good, man. I think the carryover from the fourth quarter of the last game was very evident, and we've controlled this game for the most part with the exception of that scoring drought where we allowed them to cut it to 2. So we got a 5-point lead right now. Hopefully we can start the third quarter with good intentions, because a lot of times we do have bad third quarters out of the locker room. So hopefully that doesn't be the case right now. Against an offense like this, it can't be. And that's something we need to be on guard against every game, because with an offense like this, they come out of the third quarter locker room, you're up by 5. I've seen games where you're down by 15 by the end of the quarter because of just how lackadaisical we come out of the locker room. So given the fact that we've been a little lethargic in this building, in the first game, particularly in the first half, and in some parts of this quarter's this half as well, we just got to be very careful to not allow them to blitz us at any given point, especially out of the locker room in halftime. The altitude looks like it's bothering us a little bit. I ain't going to front. It looks like Austin's affected by it. Seems like Bron's affected by it. So hopefully we can just have a good second half and continue to get good stuff out of the guys who've been already balling so far. So that foul trouble helped us see some of their bench, man. They had to play Reggie Jackson. They did not want to do that. So we like that. We got to continue to put pressure on them. Also, I like the adjustments we made gang rebounding. That's been very key right now. All of the gang rebounding that we've been doing in that first half, particularly in that first quarter, was very impressive. And like I said, if we don't front them 20 boards, this is an entirely different series. So I knew we weren't going to see a game like game 1 ever again, but at the same time, they do have some players like Jamal Murray and Jokic who are doing good things for them. So they're not in foul trouble anymore, which means we're going to have to get a heavy dose of Porter back again. So we're back at square one with only a 5-point lead. So we got to understand that a lot of what we benefited from in that second quarter was because of that foul trouble. So that's pretty much what I got to say, man. Very intent on continuing this process of blocking out the noise. We gotta block out the disrespect and just continue to understand that this team doesn't play any defense. So as long as we continue to be intentional on scoring the ball and simplifying things by getting the ball to the hot hand, because Rui ain't missed, then I think we'll be just fine. So that's what I gotta say, man. Stop forcing the ball to Anthony Davis. They got stuff for that. That's really what it comes down to. We ain't gotta force the ball nowhere there's static, because we do have other options, and those options are working. More Rui, please. BDL44. I'll thank you all for watching.